swan song semester. On May 17th, I did fondue to this place. That was nice. And I'm performing the one-man show, Clarence Darrow, story of the greatest trial attorney you ever wanted. It was courtroom floors, April 21 through 29. So in the driving theater, little space. There won't be this. I saw a video of this band, and I went, wow. My name is Patrick, if you didn't know. I thought, if I could get this band to come here around St. Patrick's Day, what a coup that would be. And it just worked. The stars lined up perfectly. Yesterday, as you know, was St. Patrick's Day, but we had to go to work today, so you probably didn't do the things on St. Patrick's Day yesterday that I'm guessing some of you already started today. They're right there. Okay. I want you to please give a great welcome to Ring of Kerry.
1, 2, 3, 1.
And no food on the table, no crops in the ground, no hope for the future, no help from the crown. A mass exodus across a bowl of bitter tears from the eyes of the Irish, those terrible years. Yes, Aaron remembers on Gortimore, still homeless, hungry and tired and poor. We've heard of a lady with her lamp lifted high beside a golden door on the shore. Sail away, sail away, sail away from darkness. Sail away, sail away, sail away from death. Sail away, sail away, sail away from sorrow. Sail away to the lady of the west. We thought of the lady on the McCorkle line. That passage meant life, and staying was dying. We clung to our rosary beads and we prayed a new life would be made for our families that stayed. When we arrived, we were barely alive, just the clothes on our backs and more reasons to cry. They had on a help wanted sign there that said, if you're Irish, you need not apply. Sail away, sail away, sail away from darkness. Sail away, sail away, sail away from death. Sail away, sail away, sail away from sorrow. Sail away to the lady of the west. And though the lady tried to turn us away, still huddled together in squalor we stayed in her shanty town, and for very low pay. We fought her wars, we worked as slaves. We built her cities, we laid her rails, we dug her canals, we cut her trails. We kept our traditions, we clung to our ways. We stand beside her today. Sail away, sail away, sail away from darkness. Sail away, sail away, sail away from death. Sail away, sail away, sail away from sorrow. Sail away to the lady of the west. Sail away to the lady of the
Thank you.
Thank you, Patrick, for having us here with you this evening, and welcome.
We are Ring of Kerry from St. Cloud, Minnesota, and we are so thrilled that you can be here with us tonight.
And believe it or not, we're going to do some Irish music.
On Raglan Road on an autumn's day, I saw her first anew. That her dark hair would weave a snare that I might one day rue. I saw the danger, yet I walked along the enchanted way, and I said, let grief be a fallen leaf at the dawning of the day. And I said, let grief be a fallen leaf at the dawning of the day. On Grafton Street in November, we tripped lightly along the land of a deep ravine which can be seen the worth of passion pledged. The Queen of Hearts still making tarts, and I not making hay. Oh, I love too much that by such is happiness thrown away. And I love too much that by such is happiness thrown away. On a quiet street where old ghosts meet, I see her walking now, away from me so hurriedly, my reason must allow that I've not loved her as I should, a creature made of clay. When the angel woos the clay, he lose his wings at the break of day. When the angel woos the clay, he lose his wings at the break of day.
Ah, thank you. That was Emma singing for you.
Emma Nistler.
You know, that's such an example of some of the really beautiful Irish stuff. And then other Irish music is much more rhythmical, like this one. Catharsis.
British Academy of Irish Dance from Anoka, Minnesota.
Aren't they spangly? You know, we almost handed out sunglasses with every ticket.
We even thought about switching costumes where, you know, we take some of theirs and they take some of ours, but sizing.
Well, we like to do a song that comes out, well, is based in the 1850s when, during the Great Hunger, when so many people in Ireland were starving to death and just very desperate. And many of them came to America to find a better life. And a few years ago, I was in Boston with my family walking around, and we came to a square in the middle of Boston, and there were 6 sculptures. 3 were the most desolate people in stone that I had ever seen, very thin, ragged, the clothes were, and just a few paces away, there were 3 more people that looked like they're quite well off. And I thought they were looking rather down at the 3 people that had just got off the boat. But I later learned that the artist's intention was to show what could happen to someone in one generation coming to America. This is called The Boston Boy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sailing to America, I turned 14. Well, I bid adieu to me ma. Hard times we've seen. Sailing to America, don't know what I'll find. I'm riding on the ocean, leaving Ireland behind. Riding on the ocean's not the life for all. The dark day quarters, the midnight squalls. Atlantic, use a dreamer's wand. Have mercy on me, Lord, save me from the tomb. Oh, the Boston harbor comes in view. 7 long weeks, not a day too soon. When I go ashore, I look to be employed. Yes, I'm leaving Ireland to be a Boston boy. Seamus of the North End will have a place for me. Well, he wasn't the drunk when he married Aunt Kathleen. Calls out her name, may God rest her soul. Took to the bottle to try and let her go. Off to America after she died, looking for something nothing's left behind. Ireland for the better life, but Seamus sailed away to bury his wife. Oh, the Boston harbor comes in view. 7 long weeks, not a day too soon. When I go ashore, I look to be employed. Well, I'm leaving Ireland to be the Boston boy. Walk the streets of Boston, treated deaf and lame for the brogue in me tongue, the Irish in me name, and the only work I find is the work of me hands. No, nothing's in charge throughout every land. I'll be an immigrant o'er the earth roam, like Moses for Pharaoh, longing for a home. There will green fields, rocky borderlines, and welcome to America, leaving Ireland behind. Oh, the Boston Harbor comes in view, 7 long weeks, not a day too soon. When I go ashore, I look to be employed, 'cause I'm leaving Ireland to be the Boston. Yes, I'm leaving Ireland to be the Boston. Oh, leaving Ireland to be the Boston boy. Thank you.
Yeah, Paul wrote that. Paul Imholte wrote that. Yeah. Give him a big one. There you go. The band's been around now for 21 years. Thank you. And, we can't play every song that we learn in one show. So from time to time, we just sort of put them on the back shelf and forget them for several years. And this is one from sort of the mid-times when Charlie joined the band that we put together and really came up with a fun arrangement. And we haven't been playing it for a long time. And we just dredged it up for this season's shows. We love this one.
Listen, you fellers with the mind to go tippling. I pray you pay attention and listen to me song. I'll tell you a story about a jolly bold robber. Set 7 foot high in proportion, quite strong. He'd robbed Lawyer Morgan and the old lady gawking. 500 bright guineas from each one of them. And as he was a-walking, he spied a young sailor. And bold as a lion, he stepped up to him. Livery or money, saucy young sailor. Plenty of grass in your pockets, I see. Oh, I said, plenty of money, but I'm damned if I'll give any of it to thee. Well, I just left my ship and I'm taking my money. I'm bound for old Dublin, my girlfriend to see. I've got 90 bright guineas to pay for our lodging. And I'll pray you, jolly robber, don't you take it from me. Listen, they tripped like 2 tigers, they slipped and they brought both of go like 2 soldiers in field. At the 98th meeting, it wasn't complaining. For our gallant young sailor, the robber he killed. Just the sailor looked down at the robber, said, "Don't you lay any blame on me. For if I had been the robber of 1,000 bright guineas, I'd never have stopped a poor sailor like me." Thank you.
This is Charlie Roth.
An oldie but a goodie. We're talking about the song.
I'd like to invite up a fiddle student of mine. This is Lydia Miskowski, and this is her debut with the Ring of Kerry. We're playing a song called On the Wings of a Scory, and a scory is an adolescent seagull. It still has spots on it, and it's not the pure white seagull that we know. So this is On the Wings of a Scory.
Lydia.
So, she's so good, let's have her do another one.
The next tune we're going to play is called The Volcanic Jig. It's by Natalie McMaster, who is a Cape Breton fiddler. She comes from a line of fiddlers. Her dad was Buddy McMaster, a real famous Cape Breton fiddler. And I just love this tune that she wrote. It's got about 3 pages long. It's kind of like a fiddle concerto. It has about 5 or 7 different parts to it. And Lydia's learned all the hardest songs in Ring of Kerry, so she's got this one too.
Lydia. And the Ailish Academy of Irish Dance.
So this next song is a song that Peter, Paul, and Mary and Metallica have in common. And, well, maybe besides Puff the Magic Dragon, which Paul will sing for
Puff the Magic Dragon!
But they only sing that in the shower, so. This is maybe you can sing along. This is actually a great little Irish drinking song here. And everybody should know. If you go over there in the pubs, you're going to hear it. So let's get ready to go over to Ireland and sit around the table and drink a pint of Guinness and sing, okay? Huh? Good idea? Good idea. Thanks for singing along.
Yeah, that was good. Does anyone here speak Gaelic? No one? Christina, we don't have to worry about the accent again.
I just love garlic. On almost everything.
Do you like garlic and sea vegetables?
You mean seaweed?
No. Sea vegetables.
What's sea vegetables?
Really tasty, really green, really good for you.
Really?
That's a lie.
Just chock full of iron,
I'll go ahead and let you know what this song's about in English in case you don't know the Gaelic. Dear daughter, here come the courting men. Dear mother, oh, bring me my spinning wheel. We have sea vegetables from the yellow cliff of Ireland. We'll buy great shoes with the Irish sea vegetables. What did you bring from the land, said the Irish sea vegetable. Courting with your daughter, said the upstart sea vegetable. She better be an eating. Thank you.
How was Christina's accent? Pretty good?
Sounded Swedish. But she hadn't actually, Christina's people actually moved to Ireland, Northern Ireland, and took the land away from Paul's people. So that was not good.
It was,
that was way a long time ago. We're over that.
No, it was real good, Charlie. It's a real good deal.
And they were mad about it for some reason. You know, and they're still mad about it. I don't know.
Well, that's, why she's got orange hair and I've got green hair.
So since we're talking about those battles, the next one I'm going to do is called The Lass of Aughrim. And it's about the Battle of Aughrim, so I don't know if anyone's familiar with that. But this man and woman, a Protestant and a Catholic, decided to get married in Ireland. So the story's already off to a wonderful start. And he went off to battle. And while he was gone, the woman lost their home. And she went to her mother-in-law's house with her baby and was begging in the snow and the rain to be let in and have some protection from all this cold, and she's going to die. And the mother-in-law told her, because she was of the other faith, that she can stand on the doorstep and die and never let her in. Mother-in-laws. Well, if you be the lass of Aughrim, as I'm taking it, you mean to be, come give me the last token that passed between you and me. Gregory, don't you remember that night on yon green hill, where we swapped rings off each other's hands, sorely against my will? Mine was made of the beaten gold, and yours was of black tin. We wed there in secret to hide our child within. Oh, the rain, it falls on my heavy locks, and the dew, it soaks my skin. My babe lies cold within my arms, for none will let me in. My babe lies cold within my arms, for none will let me in.
Emma singing for you. Christina playing guitar, fiddle.
So that was kind of neat because, after that, one that makes you cry, and then Christina played something that was sort of uplifting a little bit. So we try to balance it off. So
at least a little.
Yeah.
So we are going to play another tune, and then we're going to take an intermission. We invite you to get up and move around and meet each other. And Emma's going to tell you about a few things that Ring of Kerry brought from Ireland back in the lobby.
So we might have met a few of you at the table already, but we did bring our merch, which includes the CDs that we have of our own music. But the products on the table are all from Ireland. And the cool thing about the jewelry, and most of them are, they come from small town families and artists that are from Kilkenny, Killarney, Donegal. So not a lot of big companies. We don't order like that. We actually connected with artists in the actual towns of Ireland. And then one more thing, if you have Facebook or YouTube, you can also find us online. So our Facebook is Ring of Kerry, Kerry. We also have a YouTube channel and Instagram. So find us on any of those. We'd love to see your videos, pictures, share us with your friends, anything you want to do.
Also, I don't think Emma mentioned that out there's also chocolate that's got booze in it. So if you want a little nip during the intermission.
I wanted it for me.
That's why we keep all the drinking songs to the second set, so you can raise up your chocolate bar and, so get ready for that.
How could we miss that?
1, 2, 3, 4.
We'll see you in a little bit.
was a cold, dark night. And the lord of the house, he was away on business.
Business.
And the lady of the house, she heard a knock on the door. And gypsy violins. And when she went to the door, she gazed into the eyes of the young fiddler.
Gypsies came to our hall door. They came brave, boldly old. One sang high,
And the other sang low.
and the other sang raggle-taggle gypsy oh. It was upstairs, downstairs the lady went, put on her suit of leather robe. There was a cry from around the door, she's away with the raggle-taggle gypsy oh.
It was late that night when the Lord came in, inquiring for his lady, oh. When the servant girl replied to her Lord,
He's away with the raggle-taggle gypsy oh.
And saddle for me, my milk-white steed. My big horse is not speedy, oh. And I will ride till I reach my bride. Away with the raggle-taggle gypsy, oh. Gypsy, oh.
What can't ride from my goose feather bed, and what can't ride from my blanket? So tonight I'll lie in a wide open field in the arms of my raggle-taggle gypsy, oh.
And your land, how could you leave your money, oh? How could you leave your only wedded lord, all for a raggle-taggle gypsy, oh?
What can't ride from my house and my land, and what can't ride from my money, oh? I'd rather have a kiss from my gypsy's lips. I'm away with the raggle-taggle gypsy, oh. I'm away with the raggle-taggle gypsy, oh.
We had a lot of fun, and we took a long time to put all those moving parts together.
You know, when I was out in the lobby, someone asked me what this instrument is I was playing. I was kind of hoping somebody in the audience would know and tell me, but no, I'm sorry. This is called a hammered dulcimer. It's a very ancient type of instrument, found in Ireland, but originally from the Middle East. It looks like the inside of a piano, and it is actually one of the great-great-grandparents of the modern-day piano. So all I'm doing is hitting the strings and letting them ring. I hate to tell you this, but it's really simple to play. So
he was hammered when he bought it.
So that's what this is.
And this is an Irish bodhran. It's played with a double-ended stick called a tipper. And you may have seen that I've been manipulating the back of the head for different textures and sounds. A bodhran.
And this is a guitar. Guitar.
Charlie, do you know the difference between a violin and a fiddle?
There's more beer spilt on a fiddle.
The violin went to college.
Oh!
Well, now you know, right? Well, I joined the band in March 2020, and then COVID happened, and we rehearsed for a year. And during that time, that quarantine time, we wrote this next song. It's about Turlough Carolan, who's a musician from Ireland from the 1600s, who was blind at the age of 18, then went to the school for the blind and learned to play the harp. Then he spent 50 years traveling all over Ireland, and if you would take him in for the night and give him a meal, he would write a song with your name. And Charlie did research about him, and this is sort of a story song about Turlough Carolan.
I wrote the lyrics to the tune of Shebeg Shamor, one of his most famous melodies, and Turlough O'Carolan, or Turlough, was known for 215 melodies that survived, and they weren't even written down for 100 years. Everybody just knew them, you know. So that's really something, and this is one of his most famous ones.
My name is Turlough O'Carolan, and I ride the King's Road. With my horse and my harp, I play as I go. I play my harp as I go. I play my harp as I go. Well, I lost my sight, but my life I did find. When I learned to play my harp at the school for the blind. All the jigs and the reels and the air so fine. I lost my sight, but found my life. I wrote a tune for a lord in County Leitrim one day, when I played at the wedding of his daughter for pay. I packed up my harp and was on my way. I wrote 6 lovely daughters and 1 son I sang. When I took as my bride Miss Mary Maguire, and I never stopped, and I shall live on. Every time someone plays this song, and I never stopped, and I shall live on. Every time someone plays this song. My name is Tula O'Carlin, and I ride the King's Road.
You know, we made a video. We made a video with that song, and it's got a carriage and a horse in it.
And me.
It was actually my wife and I. We run a boarding stable near Rice, Minnesota, and Foley, Minnesota, and it's around our farm that the scene was taken. But we had a guy that dressed up in period costumes. It's a great video, and if you want to look at it and like it and share it, that would be good.
It's on Facebook and on YouTube and on Instagram, our 3 social media handles.
So it's a brand new 300-year-old song.
About as old as Charlie, right? No.
Well, I relate to Turlau, Carolyn, because I slept on couches and wrote songs for people all over the, and I'll sleep on your couch if you want me to, And in fact, you can get the whole band, but that's quite expensive, You might not get rid of us.
Let's do the latest song we put together.
One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. Being on the 23rd of June, oh, as I said, weaving with my loom. Being on the 23rd of June, oh, as I said, weaving with my loom. I heard a thrush singing on yon bush, and the song she sang was a jug of punch. Da-da-da-da-day, ba-dum-ba-da-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-da-da-da-day. Oh, what more pleasure can a boy desire Then sitting down, oh, beside the fire. Oh, what more pleasure can a boy desire than sitting down, oh, beside the fire? And in his hand, oh, a jug of punch, and on his knee, oh, a tiny lunch. Da-da-da-da-day. Ba-dum, ba-da-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-da-da-dum, ba-yay. When I am dead and left to my mold, at my head and feet place a flowing bowl. When I am dead and left to my mold, at my head and feet place a flowing bowl. And every young man who passes by, he can have a drink and remember I da-da-da-da-day. Ba-dum, ba-da-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-da-da-da-day. Singing on yon bush, and the song she sang was a jug of punch. Da 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 day, ba da dum ba da 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 dum da yay, ba da dum ba da 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 dum ba da 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 yay, ba da dum da 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 dum da yay, ba da dum ba da 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 dum ba da 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 yay, da da dum da 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 dum da yay.
All right, Christina and Emma.
Jug of punch. You know, earlier I told you about, kind of going back midway in the band's history and dredging up some old songs. Now, this one goes all the way back to our very first CD. And
It's on the red one that a bunch of people were asking about. If you got the red CD, this is one on there.
okay, and it's called St. Ruth's Bush. Thank you.
It's really fun working with these dancers up here because we've become very good friends traveling with them all over the place. And so now when they turn around and they approach us, all we can do is smile because we're so proud to travel with them. It's the truth. So
They also crack us up sometimes. They'll be off in the wings. You can't see them, but we can. And, you know, they're doing the Macarena and all sorts of stuff back there. A couple of you in the front row during the break may have seen one of them kind of get down and be only about this tall and go scooting around in a circle. They're great.
it's fun.
Must be fun to be in that group of girls and guys. One guy. But it's really a pleasure to have 10 of them tonight.
Yes.
Yeah. Ailish, Academy of Irish Dance.
So we're going to do a wedding song, a drinking song.
Hey, raise up your chocolate bar.
So if you have any of that whiskey chocolate, now's the time to eat it. So it's a rattling bog. I'm sure you guys can sing it with us. Oh, row the rattling bog.
Oh, row the rattling bog.
The bog down in the valley-o.
The bog down in the valley-o.
And if you can clap in beat, that would be great.
2, 3, 4.
Oh, row the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley-o. Oh, row the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley-o. And in that bog there was a hole, a rare hole, a rattling hole, hole in the bog, and the bog down in the valley-o. Oh, row the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley-o. Oh, row the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley-o. And in that hole there was a tree, a rare tree, a rattling tree, tree in the hole, in the hole, in the bog down in the valley-o. Whoa, roll the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley-o. Whoa, roll the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley-o. And on that tree there was a branch, a rare branch, a rattling branch, branch in the tree, and the tree in the hole, in the hole, in the bog down in the valley-o. Whoa, roll the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley-o. Whoa, roll the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley-o. And on that branch there was a twig, a rare twig, a rattling twig, twig in the branch, in the branch, in the tree, in the tree, in the hole, in the hole, in the bog down in the valley-o. Whoa, roll the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley-o. Whoa, the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley-o. And on that twig there was a nest, a rare nest, a rattling nest, nest in the twig, in the twig, in the branch, in the branch, in the tree, in the tree, in the hole, in the hole, in the bog down in the valley-o. Whoa, roll the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley-o. Whoa, roll the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley-o. And in that nest there was an egg, a rare egg, a rattling egg, egg in the nest, in the nest, in the twig, in the twig, in the branch, in the branch, in the tree, in the tree, in the hole, in the hole, in the bog down in the valley-o. Whoa, roll the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley-o. Whoa, roll the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley-o. In that there was a bird, a rare bird, a rattling bird, bird in the egg. Nest in the twig, in the twig, in the branch, in the branch, in the tree, in the tree, in the hole, in the hole, in the bog down in the valley-o. Whoa, roll the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley-o. Whoa, roll the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley-o. And on that bird there was a feather, a rare feather, a rattling feather, feather on the bird, and the bird, and the egg, and the egg, and the nest, and the nest, and the twig, and the twig, and the branch, and the branch, and the tree, and the tree, and the hole, the bog down in the valley-o. Whoa, roll the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley-o. Whoa, roll the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley-o. Whoa, roll the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley-o. Whoa, roll the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley-o.
Yeah, good going. You're all in the band.
Hey, Emma, were you kind of eating some of that chocolate during the intermission?
Well, on the road, and when we got here, and
Well, we're going to go into a little pub just beside the ocean here and do a little drinking ourselves and a little saying goodbye to everyone before we head off in our ship. And I'm not really talking about the end of this concert. That's going to happen later. I'm just talking about the guys in the bar going out to sea and not knowing quite when they'll be back. So all that bar stuff, maybe even a fight.
Ah, there's always a fight.
1, 2, 3, 4. You can sing to this one too. We should sail at 4:30, looking for a new tomorrow. I don't know when we're coming home. So we drink and we dance and we drown our sorrow away. Hey, hey, laddie, hey. Way, hey, hey, we'll drink the night away. I don't know what there lies in store, but better than this, that's why I'm willing to seek my claim on a foreign shore with my tunes and my fiddle and a half a shilling. Way, hey, hey, laddie, hey. Way, hey, hey, we'll drink the night away. I dreamt a place, I know it's true, where the dolphins play and it's always sunny. The girls are brown and the ocean blue. Less work to do, but you're making more money. Way, hey, hey, laddie, hey. Way, hey, hey, we'll drink the night away. I must be off by morning's light. I can hear the roses whistle below. One more kiss and one more fight, and one more song while the beer is flowing. Way, hey, hey, laddie, hey. Way, hey, hey, we'll drink the night away. When the sky is gray, look out to sea. When the waves are high and the light is dying, well, raise a glass. Well, raise a glass. Well, raise a little piece of chocolate and think of me. When I'm home again, boys, I'll be buying way, hey, way, laddie, hey, way, hey, hey, we'll drink the night away. Way, hey, hey, laddie, hey, way, hey, hey, we'll drink the night away. Way, hey, hey, laddie, hey, way, hey, hey, we'll drink the night away. Sing with us. Way, hey, hey, laddie, hey. Way, hey, hey, we'll drink the night away. Thank you. Thank you.
So this is a band that does a lot of different kinds of Celtic music, and some of the songs are from Scotland, and this particular song is called Both Sides of Tweed. And the Tweed is a river that runs between England and Scotland. And when I was over there in 2014, I was asked to sing this at a rally for Scottish independence. And it was, even in Scotland, it was a completely split decision whether they were for it or not. And of course, it wasn't my fight, so I didn't say anything, but I got a T-shirt out of the deal. And the next year, I came with the T-shirt, and I was going to wear it, and they said, "Oh, don't we wear that?" But it's a beautiful song written by Dick Gaughan, and it calls for peace and unity and honor among the good people on both sides of the Tweed. And that's what we need here in our country. What's a spring-breathing jasmine and rose? What's a summer with all its gay train? Or the splendor of autumn to those who have bartered their freedom for gain? Let the love of our land's sacred rights to the love of our people succeed. Let friendship and honor unite and flourish on both sides the Tweed. No sweetness the senses can share, what corruption and bribery bind. Brightness the gloom can e'er clear, for honor is the sum of the mind. Let the love of our land's sacred rights to the love of our people succeed. Let friendship and honor unite and flourish on both sides of the Tweed. Virtue distinguish the brave, place riches in lowest degree. Think him poorer who can be a slave, and richer that dares to be free. Let the love of our land's sacred rights to the love of our people succeed. Let friendship and honor unite and flourish on both sides of the Tweed. Let friendship and honor unite and flourish on both sides of the Tweed. Nice job on the whistle and the flute there, Paul and Emma.
Let's get sort of a goth type song for you.
It's a band that recorded this song. They were wearing animal skins and things, and and they looked like they tripped and fell head first into a tackle box and stuff like that. But they sure came up with a good song, and we love this song. It gets you going, so if anybody feel like dancing, go ahead.
That we don't know what language this is. The name of their tour was We Don't Speak Human. Thank you. I'd like to invite Lydia Miskowski back to the stage for our last song, Toss the Feathers.
Oh, yeah, we'd like to thank everybody who put this together over the several months. And we'd like to thank our sound guy.
Curtis, thank you so much.
Hey, Curtis.
We also want to thank Patrick and congratulations on his long career here for this community. This has been a pleasure to come into this beautiful theater at the college and perform for you. So thank you so much for coming out, and keep supporting the events that happen here and throughout town.
The Ailish Academy of Irish Dance from Anoka, Minnesota.
Oh, man!
Thank you! What a crew!
We know one more piece.
Just one.
We're so glad we get to play it. So if you're in the mood to follow us around and become groupies, we're in St. Cloud tomorrow. And it's not sold out yet. So
Paramount Theater, St. Cloud. Road trip!
bring your whiskey chocolate.
Just don't drive and eat your whiskey.
No, wait a minute now. You can't, I mean, when they chocolatize it, doesn't that mean that...
You know, we still can't sell it to minors.
Really?
This is true. We actually can't sell it to minors.
So when I quit drinking, 3 liquor stores went out of business. And but my vice is chocolate. So I don't know, maybe I can, is it risky? It's risky?
It's kind of risky. It's kind of whiskey. Yeah, it's kind of whiskey.
Risky whiskey.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I just had to look at this. This is such an amazing thing.
That's
I wish I could see it.